There's a couple tricks for getting yourself over a denim hem. You've noticed that when you've turned up fabrics, it gets very, very thick. And as your foot goes up and over, it doesn't always stay stabilized. Maybe you have to help it through, push it, maybe break a needle. I'm going to show you how on this machine you can stabilize the foot. And a little side note on some top stitching. So I've gone ahead, I have my seam sewn, but before I sew it, why don't we take a blind hem foot, which is in your accessory box, put it on the machine, and we'll quick top stitch this down. I'm going to just go ahead and set that in place, slide the thread down the middle of the foot. Now you can also watch the video on how to do a blind hem, but we're going to use this for something that it's technically not intended for, which is kind of fun. I'm going to just make sure my little thread is where I want it to be. And slide it down the right side of that guide. There we go. So I've kind of pressed the seam to the left, and then I'm going to set the blade of this foot down through the seam. My needle's hanging out on that left side, just like normal. I've lengthened out the stitch length, but here you can just finger press this open or press it with your iron, and then just top stitch. Look how pretty your straight stitch is when you use a foot with a guide. It makes such a difference. One of my favorite things to do. So first off, we have a nice straight seam. Now we're going to switch back to our regular foot. And you're going to notice that there is on this foot this little black spring in the back. So what I'm going to do is when your foot goes up over the seam, instead of it being left up there, we're going to lift up the foot and I'm going to engage this little button. There's a little place in the back of the machine that it will slip into and keep the foot stable. So I'm going to move my needle to the center needle position. So I'm going to just pick stitch number 1. Make sure, because you are going over a thicker piece of fabric, make your stitch length to 3 or 3.5. We're going to fold up that jeans hem once and twice, and then you'll actually get a better result if you stitch from the top side. That's why they call it top stitching. And then I'm going to just place this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew up to the point where the foot starts to angle up. See right here? This is usually where your stitches start to get really small because it's trying to climb this mountain and only the back part of the foot it's touching the feed dogs. So with the needle down, lift up your presser foot, tip the foot forward so it's level, and then push that black button in till you hear it engage. So it should engage, and then when you lower the foot, you're going to notice that it is now level. It's not angled any further. It's actually being held in that, you might say, plateau area. And then once it comes down, you're ready to go right off the edge. And it's so much easier than having to push your way up and over that seam, and all your stitches stay one even length.